Back speaking with Bruce Richardson this morning from Anson Resources. Bruce, morning.
Great to see you again, Andrew.
Yeah, good to catch up, Bruce. Results in from you this week here from test work on Green River brine. A successful outcome. Tell us a bit more.
Yes, it took us a little while to get the solution to removing the iron from the brine. So you'll understand that this brine has been sitting underground for millions of years, and of course, come in contact with various minerals. One of those is iron, and iron in the process from Koch is an inhibitor to achieving a high recovery rate. So that was the first challenge of trying to find a way of removing the iron. There's some traditional methods is to use a pH change or a chemical to go in there, precipitate out the iron. But we decided to look for an alternative, which is not a chemical treatment. And it took us some time to get that to work well, but now has been operating for some time. And you can see in our announcement that we have a lot of eluate, which has come out of the Koch plant. So it's all good, a good step forward. We expect now Koch to keep operating for, into February, and then we'll be able to see the actual results and move forward with their process.
And look, Bruce, I wanted to get your views on this. Of course, we had the announcement earlier this week by Donald Trump to impose further tariffs on imports from Mexico, Canada, and China. Uh, what's your view on the significance of this? What could it mean for Anson?
It's good for Anson. We've already seen since April a increase in the difference between the China price and the US price. We've been tracking that, and so has a couple of the different companies that provide those reports. We're seeing a difference between 10 and 30% over that period. It goes up and down as things in China happen and things here happen. That's a result of an earlier tariff put on by the Biden administration. So that's 25%, which gives it a total around about 27.5 total. The announcement this week by the incoming president to add additional 10, we expect that would have an impact on the difference between the two prices as well. So protectionism is always something of a fickle, right? So you don't want to have too much. We've gone the other way with WTO and recent decades. This is a bit of a step back. And Mexico and Canada is also interesting, given that he has an agenda that he wants to run with Mexico regarding the border. We'll see how that pans out. And Canada has a lot of spodumene, right? It's a bit like Australia, a bit like Western Australia. A lot of projects there that would add on to the cost of bringing in not only lithium from Canada,
Mm.
but also batteries and CAM producers that are being under construction currently in Canada. That will have a big impact on them as well. So overall, it's good for us. That makes our project more attractive for investors, as it should be more profitable than it is without a tariff. And that would certainly drive some further interest in that regard.
And I suppose, Bruce, as far as Anson's work programs, what are you focused on currently, and what news have you got coming up?
Yeah. So of course, the focus is on the Green River project, and we're working on that with Koch at the moment. So they're processing the brine, Fe-free brine, through their Koch process, and aiming towards getting a high recovery rate of something over 90%, something better than we achieved with Sunresin. So that's the major thing. We're also working on the regulatory environment. So this whole Trump election has some impact on that as well. There's already appointments been made about people who perhaps have different views from the current administration about how projects or how long it takes for projects to be approved. We have run into some of those difficulties as well, as some of the process are a bit slower than Australia. So we're hopeful that the new administration will bring out some changes there, and our projects will move a bit quicker over the next few months, as they come in January. And they're already talking about some quick changes, and we expect that will have an impact on us, including our drilling programs, not only for our lithium project, where we're looking to increase our JORC resource, but also at Yellow Cat, where we have an application at the moment to do a drilling program to drill up a uranium JORC resource. So that looks like that's going to happen early in the new year. So it'll be very exciting times going in the first quarter, second quarter next year.
It will. Good to see you, Bruce. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Andrew.